Hey guys, so I hope the lighting is okay. I know you guys can see me, so that's good. And it's actually brighter than it usually is when I try to film in this room at night, so that's good. I don't know why, but anyway, and I apologize if you can hear the noises. That's actually the wind coming down our fireplace chimney because it is crazy wind tonight. I'm like in one of the only places that is not getting dumped on with snow in the East Coast, so that's good, but the wind has been crazy and the rain has been crazy, and luckily it's just not cold enough that it's going to ice over, which is not what I thought earlier today. So it's good that we're not going to have icy roads tomorrow, but hearing it is kind of terrifying because I feel like the windows are going to come crashing in or something. But anyway, that's beside the point. This is just kind of a little bit of a reading update. I feel like I sort of did this when I posted my my little haul of Penguin English Library editions that I did, but I still kind of wanted to do a little bit more of an in-depth current reads video. So this is like a super late Friday reads because it's 10:30 at night on Friday, so it probably won't even go up until like 1 a.m. or something. But first of all, I am reading Daniel Deronda by George Eliot, and I literally just started this. My plan for today unfortunately didn't work. My plan was to read for about 10 hours worth of this audiobook. So listen to 10 hours worth of the audiobook and then get however far that is in this, which I'm guessing is a third because the audiobook is like 30 hours long. So it was my plan to read like 10 hours today, 10 hours tomorrow, and 10 hours on Sunday. That didn't happen. I maybe made it like 5 pages in or something, and then felt like doing other things. So that's what I did. But also it was good because I have a lot of DVDs from the library and my DVR was kind of piling up, so I really did need to catch up on those. And this is something I own, and I also own the audiobook, so there isn't really a time limit on this. But anyway, I'm really excited to get into this, and I've actually put the DVD on hold in my library for when I finish this, because I'm hoping to finish this by like Monday or Tuesday-ish. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, so yeah. And then the other one, well, a few others that I'm reading, or that I'm going to be reading, I don't actually have to show you because this was sort of a spur-of-the-moment video, and I didn't really feel like going upstairs and getting all the books, but the one that I want to start after Daniel Deronda is Pickwick Papers. Originally, that was going to be what I was going to pick up next, but then when Victoria from A Hermit's Progress made her top books of 2015 video and talked about Daniel Deronda, I just immediately wanted to go pick it up. So now Pickwick Papers is on the back burner only until I finish with Daniel Deronda. And then after Pickwick Papers, I'm hoping to finish that one maybe by like Friday-ish. And this is all like very, what's the word, optimistic, because Pickwick Papers is as long as Daniel Deronda, maybe even a little bit longer. So, yep, that's optimistic that I would finish it by next Friday. But after that, there is a project that I will be working on for about 8 days, and I don't want to tell you what book I will be reading during that project because I'm afraid that if I do, I then won't do it. Like, I'm afraid that I will jinx myself if I tell you what book I'm trying to read over that 8-day period. So, yeah, that's going to be a surprise. But just know that for 8 days, I will be marathon reading one book, and it will be awesome. But because I've decided to do this, I sort of have had to put a few books on the back burner. Mainly all my fantasy stuff, but that's just because I'm really in a classic mood right now, and usually if I'm in a specific genre mood, I can't read a different genre. It's just, my brain doesn't really, like, I don't know, it doesn't let me read something when I feel like reading something else. So most of the fantasy books that I was trying to read in January will be pushed to February. Another book that I want to try to read that will probably end up being in February, it's another addition to my TBR pile rather than something that I already said I was going to read, but it's another classics edition, and that is Tess of the D'Urbervilles. D'Urbervilles or D'Urbervilles? I always say it wrong. I think it's Durber. I don't know. But anyway, by Thomas Hardy. And I just really want to read that because I rewatched Leslie's review over at Words of a Reader. I rewatched her review of it, and it really just made me want to read it. Especially because I already know how it ends, so I know that I can handle it, basically, because I already know everything that happens. Whereas I think if I only knew that it was a depressing book, but I didn't know why or how, that would kind of put me off of it, or I think it would be harder to get through reading it for the first time if I didn't already know the story. And I'm sorry if saying it's depressing is a spoiler. I feel like most people know that, but I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for saying it was depressing if that's a spoiler, because I know that, like, I don't know, one time this one person said to me that all of Thomas Hardy's books were depressing when I was getting ready to read Far From the Madding Crowd, and I was like, dude, I knew nothing about this book, so why did you tell me that? And honestly, it wasn't nearly as depressing as I was expecting because of what that guy said. And so I was like, oh, this is actually like a relatively okay ending. So yeah, I guess I'll just worry about all his other books. But I will go ahead and say, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, but it's a happy spoiler. So I feel like I want to give hope to those of you who do think that all of Thomas Hardy's books are sad. But Under the Greenwood Tree, great, not sad, and like short and happy, so that's good. Although it does have some depressing elements, but that's just because it's Hardy, so he has to stick something depressing in there. But yeah, so I figure I had to say that. But anyway, so yeah, Tess of the D'Urbervilles will be kind of early February, and I also really want to read Cold Comfort Farm as soon as I'm done with this 8-day-long project, because A, it's going to be intense, because it's a huge book, and a huge undertaking, but B, Cold Comfort Farm is short and funny, so I feel like that will be a nice relief from the giant classics, because if I read all of these that I'm saying I want to read, I will have read 3 giant classics in about a little over 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks, which is insane. And I'm a little worried that once I finish Daniel Deronda, I will not want to immediately pick up Pickwick Papers, because I will be thinking, oh gosh, I just finished that huge, what is this, almost 900-page book, so I don't know if I want to get into another almost 900-page book, and then get into one that is even longer than both of those. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I still feel like reading all 3 of those, because that would be a great project. But then I'm going to feel like reading short, quick things for basically the rest of the year, or maybe the rest of my life, depending. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a really quick current reads update. Not that quick, because this has been a 10-minute video, but I don't know, I just felt like rambling about classics for a little while, because that's just what I'm really into right now. I've been searching classics videos on YouTube. Unfortunately, most of the ones that I've found are like 2 and 1 year old, or like 2 years and 1 year old, and it just, I don't know, like, I really want to find more recent classic videos, but yeah, I don't know. And I think I said in my other video, but when I'm finished reading this, and also when I'm finished reading Pickwick Papers, I'm going to do full separate reviews on both of those, because they have been two of the hardest books for me to find video reviews on. I don't think I've found I think I may have found like one single review of Pickwick Papers, and then I found one that was a review inside of a monthly review that I think was on Leslie's channel from Words of a Reader. And then for Daniel Deronda, it was in Victoria's Best of 2015 video, but I haven't found a singular review of it, so both of those are on my single review list, so look out for those. Let me know what you guys are reading right now. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I've mentioned, and I'll be very excited to finally tell you guys what my surprise project was once it's over, because like I said, I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.